just said if we don't know them, they're strangers.
Yeah, I did say that, but there's a big difference on how you look at strangers. If you've never seen them or don't know who they are, like I said before, they're strangers.
This animated video, Stranger Danger, teaches children how to be smart about strangers and gives parents guidance on how to explain different kinds of strangers.
A good stranger is someone that you see in your neighborhood, like a firefighter, a policeman, or maybe at school, like a principal.
It's a situation that occurs way too frequently here throughout the country.
It was another day in Poorstown. Angie and Willie made their way home from school, walking together as they always did.
Robert Fortier, also known as Bobby Dawg, is someone who cares about the safety of children. As a former police officer, he knows all too well about the possible dangers that children face while interacting with strangers. He created TeamDawg.com, a website that stresses the importance of a child's development. To enhance that message, he wrote a series of children's animated books, including Stranger Danger, that he reads to children here, hoping that his concept through the animated characters resonates with his young audience.
It happens too often where kids are approached by strangers to get near a car where they get scooped up. And we need to stop this, and we need to let our kids know that it's okay not to go near that car. You know, kids are very friendly. Kids want to help. They're going to walk towards that car and they're going to say, yeah, sure, I can help you. As it shows, one of my pups do in our story, and the other pup, his twin sister, grabs him and says, what are you doing? You can't go by that car. Remember what mom tells us? And that's just reinforcing the whole idea about keeping a safe distance from somebody you don't even know. It's so important that the kids understand stranger danger because a lot of them aren't sure what a stranger actually is. So in my book, we use the situation rather than what a stranger is.
The twins chatted about the day's events at school. They did not notice that a car had pulled up next to them as they were walking down the street.
Children walking down the street are the most likely to be approached by a stranger or even abducted. The likelihood of finding a missing child has sharply increased in recent years due to greater awareness and fast action.
Being a retired police officer, I've seen this scenario way too often. And when we talk to kids on the street as a police officer, these are the conversations I would have with them about keeping themselves safe and what is proper and what is not proper.
Something kids have to be aware of. Maybe it wasn't so bad when my generation was young, but this time around, the kids really have to know about stranger danger and know who they can go to that they trust when they have a problem. Kids are a breed of their own, and you really have to be able to, if you saw like as he sat on the ground with them, you have to really get on their level and look at them eye to eye to get their attention and to keep them engaged.
What's with you? You almost pulled my arm off, said Willie.
Getting the message across as a lesson to the children is Bobby Dawg's #1 goal.
You cannot talk to another person that you don't know. Don't go near a person, don't be bad to it, don't be a bully, and be respectful to other people. If it's a bad person, don't go in their car.
It's nice for him to be able to see it in cartoon form. It makes it more fun and teaches him about, what did he say, everyday heroes? And who could be an everyday hero?
I can.
So the inspiration for the book was to show our kids, we call these read out loud books. If you're not old enough to read, you can read it to them. They'll look at the pictures and they'll get excited about the characters, and the content, the information, will be what they're going to deal with the rest of their lives. You know, it's like life lessons. Kids just need to know, they need to communicate with us that there's an issue. Many kids don't want to tell their mom and dad or their teacher or anybody that they're having an issue. So with every book, the most important thing to us is to let our children know that we can't help you if we don't know there's a problem. So you have to communicate to us that you have a problem, and then we can help.
The story, but I'd like to share a tip with you when it comes to strangers or even just going around the neighborhood, right? This is the perfect time, Bobby Dawg says in the book, this is the perfect time to talk to all the kids about stranger danger. He encourages all the pups in Poorstown to use the buddy system. In other words, never go anywhere by yourself, right? Always have a friend.
For more information on Robert Fortier, Bobby Dawg, and his series of children's books, go to TeamDawg.com. For Push Paws in Lake Grove, this is Archie Snowden.
For moms and dads, we have more tips on stranger danger and keeping our kids safe. Just reminders, good things.